Well, we are live. Just making sure, click refresh one more time. Okay, we're live once again, streaming Magic the Gathering, and I have a big bone to pick with this game. And I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but, as a big but, the first day of playing Magic the Gathering, I crafted a deck. I was excited to play. It happened to be a deck featuring mice. The very next day, I log in, the entire deck's banned. So I built another new deck. Wasted all of my crafting points to do so. Crafted mono white. Been playing mono white for months. I finally took the leap of creating a new deck yesterday. Not yesterday, it's been actually a week since I streamed, but the last time playing. And then I get this news. I was so confident in making that deck because it's been months with these godforsaken cards, Storm Chaser's Talon and Grand, that I thought for sure there's no way that the deck that I make that features Storm Chaser's Talon would ever get banned if it hadn't already been done. But all that needed to be done for it to be banned was for me to craft it, apparently. So now we're starting from ground zero, per se, because I still want to play a different deck besides my mono white deck, and that's the goal of the video, to do so. I put some legwork in to make it happen. I looked up some different decks to make it happen, and you can see maybe from my menu I've done a lot of searching for the decks. There was a mono blue tempo deck list that's kind of similar. There's a mono blue elemental deck list that's pretty similar to the mono blue prowess deck that I crafted. However, upon further inspection, it still requires some wild cards, especially the rare wild cards. Yo, back to the Nightwalker hours. I'm trying not to be that. Hey, welcome back, Bill. First of all, thanks for being here. Second of all, to answer your comment, I'm trying not to be the Nightwalker. It's definitely still earlier than it used to be, so that's a plus. I just really wanted to play Magic, and I felt like if I didn't make time for it tonight, then it might be a couple days until I play it. I wanted to get back at him, you know what I'm saying? Hello to you as well. Thank you for being here on YouTube. Appreciate you. Hope you like Magic the Gathering. And Raimi's here. Whoa, it's Yubei, says Raimi. Whoa, it's Raimi, says Yubei. Welcome, welcome. All right, I'm not even going to get into the hamster wheel that is, going through this mess, because I already crafted a deck, and it's this right here. It's another monocolored deck. But the crazy thing about this deck is it cost me 0 rare wildcards. 0 rares. So I was like, I have to do it. And I've seen people play this deck against me and beat me with this deck. So I know it must be pretty decent. I think it really centers around Slick's show off. Even though every time this card has been played against me, it hasn't really impressed me. But that being said, it has beaten me. So I'm gonna try it out. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. It can also be plotted. Plotting, you may pay a 1 and a red and exile this card. Cast it as a sorcerer in a later turn without paying its mana cost. Plot only as a sorcery. I'm not really sure why you would plot it when it has the same. I'm not sure why you would do that. Emberheart Challenger. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, exile the top card of your library until end of turn. You may play that card. Okay. Deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. Okay, that seems pretty good. Shock, Impractical Joke. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Impractical Joke deals 3 damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Hired Claw, that's another one that's I've seen many a time. Whenever you attack with 1 or more lizards, this creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. Pay 1 in a red. Put +1/+1 counters on this card, this creature. Activate only if an opponent lost life this turn, and only once each turn. Okay. Fleeting Effigy. Hasty Guy. At the beginning of your end step, return this creature to its owner's hand. Return it only if it's on the battlefield. This creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn for a 2 in a red. Forest Lightning and Bolt Wave. Interesting. Why would you plot this card? Plotting lets you play around removal. Magic abilities are instant speed by default. So that's why we need sorcery. Speed clause otherwise. Plotting lets you play around removal. With 2 mana, it only deals 1 damage. Red, white, and blue decks. America. If you plot it, it's free cost, and you can cast more things. Interesting. I don't really get it yet, but I'm sure it will make sense in the moment when it's supposed to make sense. Maybe. Hey, that's a good point, but I just got your message too. Red, white, and blue. First deck was white. Second deck blue. Now red. Cast 30 white or blue spells. Cast 20 creature spells. Cast 20 white or red. So let's re-roll the 750. Even though that's the one that is 750. But we're not going to be playing those colors today. Oh, so sad. Not that deck any longer. Mono red burn. Alright, let's see how I can do with this strat. My brain was hurting last time because it was a brand new strat. My brain's probably going to be hurting again because it's a brand new strat. If they have mana up for removal, you can plot it and wait for a turn when they don't. I see. If you just cast it right away with 2 lands, only 1 damage, and it's the opponent's turn, which it can kill it. I see. Well, ain't that just normally the way? But maybe this deck plays okay with 1 land. Mulligan. Bolt Wave, Burst Lightning, Tectonic Hazard, and an Ember Heart Challenger. I'll keep it because I don't know any better. You know what I'm saying? Bolt Wave deals 3. A Kicked deals 1. Methinks that the Bolt Waves are probably better than this card, especially early on. So I'm going to put that one back. Kind of sketchy only having 1 little guy in my hand. That's usually where my old mono white deck went awry on me. What? There ain't no way. We got a mirror match already. And if he kills... Oh, no. This deck doesn't really have any protection. So it's really just living off the seat of your pants? I'm gonna wait for him to play a creature first. If he's playing a mirror match, which we don't know that he is. Venetian, L. Okay, resolve. This creature has haste. No, this creature has first strike during your turn. This creature deals 1 damage. Okay, it's not a mirror match. However, I can kill it. Should I kill it? Maybe? Oh. But this deck is called Mono Red Burn, so maybe I shouldn't kill things like that. Should I start burning him? There's no time like the present. That's 6 damage in 1 turn. That's not bad, right? It just doesn't feel nearly as good as my previous deck with an X. It doesn't feel nearly as good as the white deck, and it feels marginally worse than the blue deck. Three, 6, 8 damage. That's crazy. I think I want to kill that. We're gonna kill his creatures, because maybe he's playing like some sort of Voltron shenanigans. This is instant, right? So I don't need to... I'm gonna just hold it to see if he plays a creature worth killing rather than going after him. Okay, that is a creature worth killing. For sure. Sure. Do I do it now? But he can buff it up at least once. You can do it at least once. And I can't. Man, I don't want to be defeated, but I think I have to go for it. Hopefully you can't go above 3. Okay, you couldn't go above 3. This feels so weird. This feels so weird, man. I don't like this. Like playing the blue deck, a legendary creature god? What? Well, the 3 damage don't do nothing anymore. Okay, I'm gonna look at the chat for some guidance here, because I don't think I'm playing this right. Of course, if you have more than 2 mana, you can just well, hello again. Hello, Anonymous Eyeballs. Welcome back once again. Can't go wrong with building a red burn deck to mix in with the other decks. Thank you, Bill. Wait till it runs like it should once and then judge it. Wait past the blockers. Just play the bolt wave now. You kill it. Now you kill it. ASAP. I see. I felt like that was the case. 2 and then 3. Okay. Let's do the sorcery speed 1. He still has a mountain. No, what? Oh, it's each opponent. Okay. I fucked up. I fucked up big time. Oh, shit. Damn it. First big misplay of the game. Son of a bitch, quick. So now I can't kill it this turn. Damn, my brain is not functioning well today, guys. Oh, in my first stream, I was making hella mistakes. Now I'm making hella mistakes again. Alright, you could have swore that said creature. You gotta receive the 4 damage now. Now you gotta wait. May as well throw everything in his face. It's a race now. Okay. 11 to 15. Anonymous Eyeball says I should throw it at his face instead of kill that. I have 2, 4. 7 damage. That puts them at 11. I mean, 7. That puts them at 4. I could draw a kicker. I could draw. Okay. I kind of like. I think I like the Anonymous' idea. But at the same time, he only has 3 cards in hand. Okay. I've made my... I've this... I'm gonna kill this creature. Because he might have apps. He might have absolute dog crap in his hand. And that shock could be very powerful. Okay, I'm glad I make... Now I know his hand. Damn. Interesting game. What are the odds of running into the mirror match as the first game? Oh. The chances of winning this game are so damn low. I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to get my hopes up, but dadgummit, I'm getting my hopes up. My hopes are high. Wow. Wow. That card's really good in the deck. That's actually crazy. Damn it, I lost. What a top deck. What a top deck. Okay, I misplayed. I think I could have won / would have won if I didn't. So I can't really gauge the deck yet, especially in bronze tier. Losing in bronze tier actually is pretty bad. But again, I made mistakes. I didn't play optimally. From turn 1, let's try again. Mistakes with a new deck happen. I've seen you learn from every mistake. 4 damage left per kill. They are all instants. You can wait for his turn, or if he casts his own burn spell, it's not going to die. But yeah, that's why you had to kill it earlier. He's going to top deck that critter, pump its power, like 2-3 of his deck kills you like that. Mono red lightning from Final Fantasy 13 would go to hard in your deck. Mono red lightning when it hits its top deck. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Mono red lightning, is that just a different artwork for the lightning bolt card? Not sure. Thumb 41. We're playing against the band. This is a much more comfortable hand for me. Having this many creatures in my hand makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Whereas my previous hand made me feel like a one-trick pony, and that one trick didn't get the job done. Swamp. Hello, Swampy, my old nemesis. Kill it. I'd rather you kill this than my Emberheart Challenger later. He had it didn't seem like he had a response for the first one, but for the second one, his fields lighting up like a Christmas tree. I wonder why. I wonder why. Are you gonna kill one? There it is. There's my old nemesis. I hate your deck, and I hate you probably. But I'm sure you're an okay fella. Swamp, swamp. Desolation Prowler. Pay 2 life. This creature gets +2/+2 until end turn. Activate only once each turn. Interesting. Please pay 2 life. I'm begging you to pay 2 life. Do I just keep attacking? Putting him down at 14. 4. 7. 10. 13. This puts him down to 14. What a weird play style this is. Man, I wish I had just a little bit more. Fleeting Effigy, come back. I like this card. Whenever it was played against me, I thought it was a crappy card. But now I'm playing it in this deck and it feels like probably the best card. Because it's so cheap. And you just don't really care what happens to it, really. Desolation Prowler. I could kill it prior, but that would save my Fleeting Effigy. But that would mean I didn't do anything this turn. I'm gonna let that go. Now I'm not. Now, see, See ya. I was just gonna let it be a little tradesy, but then you paid 2 life, but now you're down to 14. So now my 10 damage in my hand is getting pretty lethal. But I'm just like already fast forwarding to platinum. I just can't imagine this being viable. I just can't imagine it. Like, platinum was already hellish with mono white. And we all know it's a good deck. Hey, this is a new field. This is a cool new field. Is this that city in The Hobbit? This must be the city in The Hobbit. I don't remember the name of the city. Is there anything cool that happens when I click on this little town? Ooh. I'm going fishing. I caught a fish. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, back to the game. No bad manners. We have another one of those little stupid idiots. We have another one of them. I think I'm gonna do it again. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again, because he's doing, if he does the same trade, he's basically doing what I want him to do. Oh, shit. Apparently that's sorcery. Okay. I need to do a better job of reading my fucking cards. All these are sorceries, so these cards can honestly sawed off. But he still went down by 2, but now I'm down a fleeting effigy. This is an instant. This is a sorcery. This is a sorcery. This is not a good start to this deck. For some reason, I want to believe that all of these are instant speeds, but as we can see, they're not. Exile this card from your graveyard, put a flying counter on a death touch counter and a lifelink counter on a target creature. Activate only as sorcery. Well, this doesn't have haste. Target creature, sorcery speed, 3 damage. No surprises there. 9. I'd put him to 6. Or I could play my Hired Claw. I think that's the better move. Being stuck at 2 mountains is kind of a drag. Kind of a drag. Can I go fishing again? It feels like it wants to reward me. This map feels like it should reward me by clicking something. But I don't think it's happening. Yeah, nothing. Unless I just have to like freaking really click. Golem. Riddle Master. He chooses odd. 2 creatures. How can I compete with that? But I do have a 3rd mountain. As Golem enters, choose odd or even. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value of the chosen quality, choose one that hasn't been chosen. What? When an opponent casts a spell with the mana value of the chosen quality, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Oh, I see. With the mana value, he chose odd. So I'm just gonna do. I can only do 1 of each. This is menace. Whenever this creature attacks while you control a creature with power of 4 or greater, this creature gets +2/+2. I don't really want to give him that. Well, I think I want to do damage on every turn going forward. Huh. This is making me think about the game in a different way. So at the end of the day, that's good. $11, this could kill it. 4 damage would put him down to not that low. I think I'd... Put him down at 6. This is 3. No, he's gonna trade there. Now he's at 9. This would be at 6, 2, 4. A burst lightning would win the game. If he doesn't block, of course. There's that card. That card's crazy. Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink. 3 keywords and an ability, all for 3 mana. Kind of crazy. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. Plots. Flying and haste. Huh. I think I have to kill that thing first. Yeah, that card's kind of scary. So that's 2 damage. He's not gonna block, that would be pointless. So it's gonna be chip damage. He's at 7. Next turn 5, potentially 4. He has 2 of them now, so we can double block. But I can attack with this. That'd be 3. That's 3 turns. Nalu. Hilgendorf, what's up, my friend? How are you doing? I'm trying a new deck, and I'm doing a very poor job of piloting it. When a fish passes by clicking the opponent's fishing rod. When a fish... Oh, I need to look for fish in the field? That's pretty cool. You need to build a black vampire deck. Like her or not, bro. I don't want to do that. He's not blocking. He's just going to exile the vampire. Tectonic Hazard. That's the card. That is literally the card I needed. Whoa! We're gonna cast that. The fishing rod is doing something. Click it. Click, 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 click. I got the fish. Did I get a reward for the fish? Whoa, this card actually... When I read this card originally, I thought this card was kind of bunts. Kind of bunts. Oh my... This card... If I never see that card again, it will be too soon. It will be way too fucking soon. I hate this card with the damn passion. I would rather run into 25 Badgermole Cubs in a row than this one once. What's up? I love your hair. Thank you, bro. I felt like my hair's been bothering me lately, so I appreciate that. It's very nice of you. He's not blocking. He's just going to exile the vampire. All right, we got another. He got rid of 1, but as we know, when you cut off one head, another takes its place, or 2. But in this case, just 1. AFAIK. We get an emoji. Ooh. A Forsaken Miner. It can't block. But it still can't block, right? Great. Great. 2-turn clock. But he has life gain. Alright, we just gotta whittle him down. We gotta whittle him down. He's at 1 now. We're gonna leave my mountain in the hand. It's scare tactic. What could I have? I could have a million burn spells. I could just be toying with it. He has 1 card in hand. He's going up to 3 now. I win next turn. Unless he has a godly card in his hand, of course. Duress? Suck it. Another card I hate. Suck it. He wouldn't have played that. I wouldn't have gotten the satisfaction. He wouldn't have scooped like a chump if I played the mountain. Old me would have played the mountain. Old me would have played the mountain for sure. That felt good. Oh wait, if I played the mountain, I could have won last turn? Okay. Apparently playing the mountain was the better thing to do. I still felt kind of good about it. Blastoderm, thanks for keeping me humble. But now we're 1-1 with this deck. Granted, again, still bronze, so I can't... I'm withholding judgment for at least a few more games. I will say it's a brand new playstyle, and I don't hate the playstyle so far. Making me think. And again, Blastoderm, thank you for keeping me humble and pointing that out. That should have been obvious to me. I'm all over the place. Another new arena. Can I get a reward for this? Click, 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 click. No, I don't think so. Boring. Freaking boring, man. This game's starting off a lot like the last one, attacking for 2. Attacking for 2, turn 1, feels good. It feels good. Feels so good when you sandbag a land instead of playing it, and then they cast it direct. It felt amazing. It felt... This is a test. Oh, boy, is this a test. Because... I have played this deck, and I know that I've had trouble with the deck I'm piloting. Like, I've lost to this deck that I'm piloting before. So it's gonna be a good test to see if I can make someone else lose to a deck I know like the back of my hand. Okay. Let's attack with the Fleeting Effigy. Let's be a good Magic the Gathering player and play whatever we play post-combat. Make him go down to 16. Now we'll play... Tectonic Hazard. 3 damage in 1 turn. Fleeting Effigy comes back to me. 2 planes. Skyward Spider with Ward. I'm probably not gonna play the Ward cost anytime soon. If ever. But what I can do is pay 2 Fleeting Effigies and attack for 4, putting you at 11, because you're not... Hopefully you don't have any way to get lifelink. That would be bad. 3 planes. The world is indeed their oyster. I'm not feeling very confident. I'm stuck again at two mountains. A veteran survivor hits the field. That's fine by me. I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that. Still can't pay that though, which sucketh. But I guess what I can do is put 2 Fleeting Effigies on the board every turn and freaking hope. He's gonna make that trade if he doesn't pump it up. He's not pumping it up, so there goes a veteran survivor. One of my Fleeting Effigies is gone. He's at 9. This is 4, 6, 9. I have enough, albeit many turns in the future, and he has it. He has Ward 4 and Lifelink. He has Ward 4 and Lifelink. That is crazy. That is crazy. I think I've lost because I can't... What can you do with 2 mountains in a situation like this, being able to do 4 damage a turn? I don't think I really misplayed though. I don't think I could have done anything differently in this situation. Which feels good and also bad. It feels like you're piloting a very limited deck. Now you know how it feels to play against Ward 4. Yeah, it probably feels pretty bad, doesn't it? Yeah, it feels pretty bad. Hey, I got my third mountain. Just need 2 more? 2 more and we're gonna be doing something? 2 more and we're gonna be doing something. To give myself a chance here, though, I think I might have to kill the Veteran Survivor. Because I can take... That puts me at a 2-turn clock versus a 3. But he might have Shard Mage. I mean, he does have Shard Mage because... There was a... Yeah, his field's lighting up like a Christmas tree. Yeah, he has Shard Mage. That'd be pointless. Alright, all attacks. All attacks. Putting him down to 7. I could put him down to 6. He can't Shard Mage himself. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Does that mean... No, I still think that Hexproof means I can't target. I don't think that's preventing damage. Even though I would love for that to mean that. I don't think it does. We're gonna end the turn. And no matter what happens, I'm going to probably shock. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. 5, 7. Still not dead this turn, but he's gonna be gaining life, and that doesn't feel good. Yeah, I don't think there was much I could have done here. That doesn't feel good. Ward 4 doesn't feel good. Another shock, but no way to use it. I mean, he's at 10. I have 2 shocks. 2, 4, 6. If I didn't get mana screwed, who knows what would have happened? You know what I'm saying? However, I do know my daily has to do with creatures and attacking. So, we're going to play creatures and attack. That's what I do know. You beat me with Ward 4 so many of the 18 losses. And now I'm getting my payback for that. And it doesn't feel good. But it is actually kind of crazy that I was mana screwed the entire game. He got a pretty good hand. Pretty good opening hand. Like, this is the field he wanted. And I was that close with this deck. So I feel like with the right arrangement of cards, the world is really your oyster with this deck. Maybe, but at the same time, it feels very limited. I did get a pack. Lovely. Almost done with this one. Attack with 30 creatures. Let's try again. We're now 1 and 2. Can we get back to a 50-50 win-loss record? Gonzo Stove, the Virtuoso. There we go. No creature. but 3 mountains. And because it's so vastly different to the other starting opening hands, I'm gonna try to play this deck a different way. I'm just gonna go guns a-blazing, you know what I'm saying? A forest hits the field. I could have held this in my hand for instantaneous speed shenanigans, and of which I'm going to do this turn, of course, because doing otherwise would be stupid. Badgermole Cub. He wishes. A Chocobo. A Tifa the Lockhart. Resolve. See ya, Tifa. Yeah, I'm doing it. Why not? I said I'm gonna play differently this go around, and I meant it. Sorcery speed, you're not gonna trick me this time. 13 already. What does this say? This Impractical Joke deals 3 damage up to target creature or planeswalker. Does a human person count as a planeswalker? Question mark? Bristly Bill. He's getting mana screwed? That would give me a chance to dance. No, he's not. No, of course not. Why would he? Only if that happens to me. There, finally, slick shot show off. Thank you. About damn time. We're not gonna do that. And he cannot landfall on my turn. So screw you, Bristly Bill, you piece of shite. Loki, you feel like Bristly Bill's better than Badgermole. What? Oh, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Whatever. But his deck may not have easy access to flying or reach. So I may be able to kill him before he kills me. But now he's at the point of a 5/5 that it makes me feel like Guns a-Blazing isn't the way to play this deck. Doesn't feel like that at all. Blastoderm agrees. You should hold your spells. Yeah, probably should have held my spells, but I'm just trying things out, in all fairness. I normally would never have done that. I normally would have thought that would be the stupid thing to do, but they try to bushwhack us, and he did bushwhack us. He did bushwhack us. However, if I draw another one of these, I can kill Bristly Bill. What the hell does this say? Whenever enchanted creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay, I can no longer kill it. I really don't enjoy this deck, playing against this deck at all. Because their turns take too long. Their turns take way too long. This is why I don't like this deck. However, I think it's a cool deck. You know? A mountain and a 9/9. I don't even want to go through the landfall anymore. I don't want to go through the landfall. I don't like playing against that deck. It's almost like a what is that card called that I don't like? The Monument. The Pyramid Monument thing. I hate that deck. That the Is It deck used something Monument. Oh, I don't know. It's been a long thing. Joe's back. What's up, Joe? You're on Discord? Thanks for joining. I appreciate that. Your attacks are more effective when casting instants of sorcery spells because most of your critters have prowess. Do you have Magic the Gathering deck in real life? Yeah, I have a few. Mostly just precons though. Mostly just precons. I haven't actually built. I've only like modified the precons I've gotten at a small scale. I haven't actually built one from scratch. I was definitely meaning to. That's pretty cool. I like that. I was meaning to before I moved, but things just gone away. The events. Is back apparently. I think Izzet's gonna be more worried about setting up their own thing than killing my Hard Claw. And because this is like the one thing that doesn't have haste and it kind of needs a little bit of setup, I'm gonna play that instead of my Flaming Effigy. And kind of use that as a backup plan to the Hard Claw if this gets outed. And of course I turned out to be wrong, which happens. We have three manas. The world's our oyster. Because I don't have a instant, I kind of want to try this plotted thing. But I kind of really want to attack, but that would be mana inefficient. So I'm gonna try. I think now is a pretty decent time to plot something like that, being at the point of the game that we were at. A Tablet of Discovery. When your artifact enters, mill a card. You may play that card this turn. Add 1, add 2. Spend this mana only to cast instant and sorcery spells. Interesting. We have 4 manas? Why? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna have an explosive 1 turn, while also playing a Fleeting Effigy to get the damage started. Yeah. I'm gonna play both of these on the same turn. Oh, I could have just, no, that was a mistake. I could have just played this. That was a mistake. I could have played this, attacked with both of them. However, that would have let me open. He has 4 cards in hand. This card's actually turned out to be pretty good already. Stock up. Now he has more cards. I hate this card. Joe Reisner says, if you want to add me on Discord. Hey, my Discord is, if you're on YouTube or Twitch, my Discord is in the bio / stream information. But if you add me, I'll add you back for sure. If tomorrow's my brother's birthday, happy birthday to your brother early. You can fast click that shield to make it fly around whacking things. Hey, that's cool. I like that. We got another Hard Claw. They have a, ooh, okay. Let's play the Hard Claw first. Then 3 Slick Shot Show-Offs. Then let's start doing damage. Let's do some more. I want to save that, don't I? That's still 6 damage. Not bad. 11. End turn. I feel like against. I don't know what they're playing, because this seems like a bad version of a popular deck. So this could be full of anything. The deck needs another mana or 2, maybe. Says Bill. If you want to have play on Discord with our decks in real life someday, yeah, pretty much every time I stream Magic the Gathering, at the end of the stream, I ask anybody if they want to play, and I usually play against a couple of the viewing audience, and it's a grand old time. I don't think I'm going to do it today, though, because obviously my brain is surpassed its limits, and I've turned into quite the idiot. Can hardly function properly when it comes to Magic the Gathering. Low energy. This might not be entertaining in the slightest, and I apologize to the viewing audience out there. However, I'm trying my best. I don't think I'm going to play this deck for very much longer because I don't fancy it. The good news is, it didn't cost me any rares. And now this fucking loser is going to waste the entire clock. Hopefully that means he doesn't have anything in his hand, and he's doing that out of salt and spite. If he actually can still win the game and he's doing this bullshit tactic, then I'll get actually kind of mad. Then I'll get mad. But such is life. Such is life. It seems like maybe you can't do anything? Question mark. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I was doing the math to see if it'd be worthwhile to do this because it gets +2, +2. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not worth it. Oh, wait. That's 11. But it looks like he has a response. It might be worth it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let me explain it in better terms, in case you don't understand my logic. I could play Tectonic Hazard. Deal 1 damage to each opponent. That puts him at 10. These would go to 3 and 3. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. And he's at 10 at that point. And then Hardclaw would do an extra 1. But he clearly has something to play. He clearly has something to play. Or I could just say... I'm gonna try it, because you never know. He might just be AFK. Nine, 3, 6, 8, 9. And breathe. And breathe. Always risk it for the biscuit. That's what I always say. And I usually wimp out. I'm glad I didn't. And honestly, the reason why I didn't wimp out is kind of for a wimpy reason, because I was starting to think that he might have just been AFK. And I was bad-mouthing him for no reason. That's what really put me over the edge of doing it. Kind of really just not a good reason to do it, but it turned out to be right. So now we're back to 50-50 with this deck. And one of them was just a bad mistake on my part. The other one, I got mana screwed. So maybe this deck is pretty good. There's potential. 2 mana, an Emperor Heart Challenger, 2 instants, and a sorcerer. Keep 7. I feel like this is as close to ideal as one would want. End turn. But we're not going to go guns a-blazing like we did last game. That's not what we want. Apparently this is like the new big card. Why is everyone playing it? Fuck you. Actually, fuck you. If you play Duress, you're just fucking shit. Excuse my French, I don't mean to cuss, but honestly, this card can thought off. I don't understand how a game designer would even make a card like that. Terrible game design. Here comes Emperor Heart Challenger with absolutely no protection, backing it up, except it does 2 damage, putting them down to 17. Makes me feel okay. Great Hall of Biblioplex. Add a colorless, pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast an instant or sorcery spell. Pay 5, this land isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/4 wizard creature. Seer. Kinda lame. At least I have a backup creature. Hydra Claw, not as fast as my other creatures, but it will get the job done for the time being. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna hold on to the 2 for maybe a necessary instantaneous spell. 2 Great Hall of the Biblioplex. A stock up, fine. Fine. Hopefully I can draw a 4th mountain. That would make me feel warm and fuzzy inside. That would put them down to 11. Okay, put them down to 7. Okay, I'm liking this. Not really. I'm not really liking it. Okay, Bolt Wave. Put them down to 12. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe. What I'm struggling with the decision is, do I buff it now, get an extra 1 in, and have no play on his turn? But the likelihood of him not having anything to play... Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Because you can't... I don't know. It seems like this deck is going for big things that I feel like 2 damage isn't going to cut it. That's the way it feels anyways. 3 more damage. He has held up his entire mana base. I'm gonna do it again, I think. 5. This would put him down to 3. But if I activate this, it would put him down to a 1 burst lightning. Yeah, there's no way I can lose the game in 1 turn. Okay. Cool. Love that for me. Love that for me. Thor, God of Thunder. When Thor enters, exile target equipment, instant, or sorcery card from your graveyard. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. A Duress. I still don't have enough for fucking Burst Lightning. What a crock of shit. But if I draw a mountain, that would be pretty dope. Lee? What's up, Lee? It's been a minute. Ooh, I don't know. To be fair, Duress is from Urza Saga in 1998. One of the most broken sets in the game. That makes sense. That makes sense. Joe Reisner says he's the deck builder. That's cool. I am also. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, that Thor deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target. Okay. He's gonna take out a Burst Lightning, obviously, with Duress. If I play a Burst Lightning right now, he put it at 2. I'm gonna say Resolve and hope I draw a Mountain. Resolve. Joe also plays Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! No longer do I, though. I wish I did. 'Cause I love it so. But, don't love it anymore. Wowza. Wowza. We are now above 50% with this deck, and I just don't feel like I deserve it. Lee says hello twice. Sorry I missed your first one. I was concentrating / panicking / having an existential crisis. Urza Block was all combos all the time in standard called Type 2 at the time. Urza Block was all combos all the time in standard called Type 2 all the time. Buff and swing, says Anonymous Eyeballs. This deck needs mana and a Bomb Dragon or Thor. I think it might be a pretty decent deck considering I'm getting wins with it and I'm playing like shite. Hopefully Lee is still out there. Hopefully Lee doesn't think I'm ignoring him. Because I feel bad about, well, ignoring him. But I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. Oh, I got some packs. Let's open it. Do I get a rare wild card for my trouble? No, but I got a Lonely Mountain. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I have a message? I caught a fish! No aquatic creature can slip past you. Claim your reward below to help show off your fishing skills. Nice. Emo equipped. Alright. I think this is gonna be my last game. I think I'm not doing deck justice, and I don't feel like I'm being very entertaining. I have a Rocket / Boral deck in real life. I quite like that deck, actually. I've thought many times to build it myself, but I never did. Adding Evolving Wild to your deck, try to look that up. What we now call Vintage was called Type 1, Legacy was Type 1.5, and Standard was Type 2. There was no Standard back then, it was Type 2. Wow! DJ, educating me with some vintage Magic knowledge. That's actually really cool. That's the first time I've heard about something like that. I actually want to look more into that. I actually kind of want to keep this because of my struggle with having enough mana for this game, but this doesn't seem like it would get the job done at all. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try as many different combinations of things as possible. Type 2 was the old name for standard format. That is so dope. I'm gonna feel cool if I ever say like, hey, do you guys want to play Type 2? I'm like, how do you know that? Alright, Hired Claw. On turn 1 Hired Claw is probably what the deck wants to do every single time. Type 1, everything is valid. So cool. I'd like to see a nice 10 or 20 game stream some night. The last stream of Magic was pretty long. Alright, Momo the Playful Pet. I think they might want to go wide here, so I'm going to hold on to Tectonic Hazard. And we're going to attack with Hired Claw, deal 1 damage. I'm going to hold on to my Shock and just end the turn there. I think that's what I'm going to do. End the turn. See what his turn 2 is going to be, and then I can make a better decision on what to do afterwards. It's a red and white deck. Okay. That gives me much more information. Pass to attackers. He's attacking with a Momo the Playful Pet. Pass. Maybe he wants Momo to leave the battlefield. Of course. Of course. Either get no manas or too much manas, but there's really never in between. Lightning Helix deals 3 damage to any target and you gain 3 life. Peculiar. There goes all of my hard work. End turn. He's on a 5 card. And he's gotten mana screwed. If he doesn't have a land, I'm gonna feel much better about my chances, especially in being at. Okay, he does. He got my hopes up, that's for damn sure though. Fleeting Effigy is here. We're at 4 manas now. We're going to do this. I know he wants Momo the Playful Pet to die. However, he can't pay his 2 for that. He can scry 2 though, or create a food token. I think he'd probably want to scry here. He is going to scry here. Resolve. Next, all attacks, 1 attack. 17 to 18. Gonna hold up Shock in my hand. Return the Fleeting Effigy. Pass. Two cards in hand. 1 card in hand. Belladonna. Resolve. Whenever a token you control enters, you gain 1 life. If this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn, if it's the second time, draw a card. Interesting. This is like, it feels more like a a commander deck. The way this deck is playing. Pass. He's gonna end the turn. I think I'm gonna kill the Belladonna. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Belladonna. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be my last game. Screw that noise. Screw that noise. Come on. War Leader's Call. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Finally. Thank you. Still gonna be 2. Still gonna be 3, in fact. I think I'm just gonna pay it. All attacks. I can do this as well. That makes it a little bit faster. That makes me feel a little bit more warm and fuzzy inside. 10. I can do 5 damage. He's on a 2-turn clock. I can do even more if I draw the right card. Ooh. This deck is gonna be so bad in Platinum. However, I thought the same thing about Nap. This is a weird deck. I'm having a weird time. It feels bad. It feels like a bad deck. And maybe that's just because I've been playing such a good deck for so long. Because I think there's no denying it is a good deck. Hard loses to black, though, which sucks. Okay. I think that's all for me tonight. I think a man has to know his limits. A little bit lesser on the energy scale for today's stream. But we're gonna be back. I don't know if we're gonna be back with that deck though. I don't think we're gonna be back with that deck. You know what was interesting? You guys said to build a vampire deck. You told me to build a mono black deck. Well, I looked into it. And I thought about it. All of me says no, right? All of me says no, but I almost did it. But it requires 10 rares. And this one up here requires 15. I did find the mono blue tempo deck here. That requires 11. This one required 9. And the mono blue elementals, which I found the most interesting, I think, out of all of them, was 7. In fact, I'm still thinking about this. Nice work learning the red deck. Thank you so much, Bill. Because this is not so different from the blue deck that I created last stream. And I think I had a good time with that deck. I liked it. And this seems like pretty much the same deck minus Storm Chaser's talent. But then I pretty much convinced myself to craft this deck. However, again, it requires 9 or 10 wild cards. I'm at 19 rares. That'll put me down to 10. And then this is how close I am to the deck I actually want. The 4-color allies. It requires 28 rares. So I'm 9 away currently from creating the 4-color allies deck. But if I created any one of these, I'm double down. Just build what you have rather than someone else's deck. It feels so good when it wins. That's true. But coming from my background with Yu-Gi-Oh!, Konami puts out decks, and the decks are basically what they are. Unfortunately, I don't like it. I like what you're talking about, Bill. That's why I was so attracted to Commander, where everyone brewed their own thing. That's what I really like. However, I've been so conditioned from especially a 60-card format like this to be used to a well-oiled machine, because that's all Konami pumped out. There was no creativity. It was just the cards all meshed in a certain way, and you had to do it. So that's probably where it comes from for why I have been net decking so vehemently. However, at the start of it, a lot of it came down to just not knowing any better, so I had to net deck. But essentially, I'm just monologuing at this point. I think I'm gonna end the stream there. Yeah, it's getting late for me. I'm no longer the night owl that I once was. Or at least I'm trying not to be. So it's actually past my bedtime already. But I wanted to get Magic the Gathering in the day. And I did. Hey, Lee stayed with me. Lee! I did not mean to ignore you, Lee. I literally did not see the chats. I appreciate you coming by, hanging out with me. Because we only need one copy Brawl, it's easier to build decks. Getting old, huh? Don't say that, Lee. That makes me feel bad. Thanks for the time, bro. Thanks for your guys' time hanging out with me. But anyways, I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a great night and a great day tomorrow. I'm going to be ending the stream right now.